good morning. Look who's going with me to Kroger's.
Exactly.
I was shocked. Let me tell you, when I asked him if he wanted to go, and he said no. And I said, oh, okay, do you need any lunch meat? Well, maybe I'll go. I guess he doesn't trust me to get his lunch meat. Who knows? All right, we'll see you soon. Well, good afternoon. Today is Wednesday, May 10th, and we have a couple birthdays today. Today is Iris Marcelo, M-A-R-I-S-O-L, Marisol. Iris, it's your birthday. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Iris. Happy birthday to you. Cha-cha-cha. It's also Karen Brandford, B-R-A-N-D-F-O-R-D. So Karen, happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Karen. Happy birthday to you. Cha-cha-cha. And also, it's Catherine Cheneri, C-H-E-N-E-R-Y. Catherine, happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Catherine. Happy birthday to you. Cha-cha-cha. Well, I hope all three of you have a great birthday. You can hear see my blinds are, it's nice and breezy. It's not that warm, but it's because I have a sweatshirt on, but I had to have the window open to get some fresh air into my house. It's just like, ooh. And I don't know if that you can tell, but I did get a haircut the other day. Probably, when was it? Last Friday I got a haircut. You'd never know it because it really doesn't look like it. But the girl that was cutting my hair, I know, spend some money on yourself, Sandy. Spend some money, but I don't. I just go to Great Clips. And even at that, it's like by the time I give them a tip, it's still $20. So I can only imagine if I went to a real salon how much I would pay. I'm too cheap. I can't even say I'm frugal. I'm just too cheap. My hair grows so fast anyhow. But she was so slow. She would take some hair and it was like, and so when she got done, it wasn't as short as I wanted, but I thought, I can't sit here for another 20 minutes while you just do another quarter inch of hair. It's just like, although I do like it because I don't think it looks like I had a haircut, but I still had a haircut type of thing. So I'll just have to get one. But I went to Kroger's today, as you saw with the opening clip with Jim, and on the back of it, it had some coupons for my Great Clips. So I can get a couple dollars off at least. But I was surprised when Jim wanted to go with me because I always, as a joke, when I go grocery shopping, I always go, oh, I'm going to Kroger's. You want to go with me? And he always goes, no. But today, he went, no. And I said, okay. No, wait a minute. I think I'll go. So he did go. So it was nice because I had somebody else help me carry the bags in the house. Well, he usually helps me carry the bags in the house anyhow if he's home. But and I didn't actually spend any more money. Usually when he comes with me, I spend a little bit more money because he buys a few more things than we don't actually need. But that did not happen, so that worked out well. And then, what else? All right, my thing on my face, look at it. It's like, I don't know what that is. I don't think it's my rosacea. Although I just went to the dermatologist, and I know people said they can't see the thing on my nose. Look at that right there. That thing, it bugs me. It bugs me right there. And then I got a little bit of rosacea going on there. Okay, are you all adjusted now? Like, I can't believe she did that. I can't believe she did that. Get away, get away, get away. But anyway, so I did go to Kroger's. I got everything I thought everything that I needed. I got up to the counter and I was giving her my coupon. So the one gripe I do have is I had a coupon for 50 cents off a pound of butter. And I had bought 2 pounds of butter because they didn't have any 1 pound packs in stock because, you got to go with what they got in stock. And they had a double pack, which was cheaper than if you bought 2 1 pound packages. So that's probably why they didn't honor the coupon. But they wouldn't honor the coupon because they said the coupon specifically said on 1 pound of butter. So it's not like I'm never going to buy a pound of butter. And the coupon still has another 6 weeks before it expires. And so I said that was okay. And then for the birthday dinner tomorrow, David wanted cheesy potatoes. And I put 2 cans of potato soup in there. Well, actually, I put a can of potato soup and a can of celery soup. And then I put a bag of Southern-style hash browns, 16 ounces of sour cream. I chop up an onion, mix that all together, spread it out on a baking dish, crush some potato chips on top, and then I bake it for an hour at 350. Anyway, so she looks at the coupons and she says, well, you didn't buy the soup. Well, duh, I needed the soup. So I said, oh my gosh, I forgot the soup. She says, well, I'm going on break anyhow. I'm closing my register. Go get what you need, and I'll bag up the groceries while you're going. Very nice cashier. So I went and got the soup. They didn't have any potato or celery soup. So I bought 2 cans of cream of mushroom soup because, like you can use that in a pinch. And so then I got home and I'm putting stuff away, and then I look in the pantry and I already had a can of potato soup, and I already had a can of celery soup, but I didn't have any cream of mushroom soup. So it balanced out. It worked out for me. So I put because I do love a good bowl of cream of mushroom soup. I like soups, but they're so high in sodium. Like the canned soups. My favorite is like a cream of tomato soup from Campbell's. Jim puts water in his tomato soup. I put milk in mine. That's why I call it cream of tomato. I do like the chicken noodle, although really it's just noodles. The little tiny little pieces of chicken are in it. I don't even know how they consider it chicken noodle. And then I do like this. I don't like to eat just the celery soup, but I do like the mushroom soup, and I do like a potato soup. This is about the only. Oh man, I do like the cheddar cheese soup. I like soup. Let's just put it that way. I do like soup. So anyway, I get all of that done. I get everything all put away, and everything. And I start watching my YouTube videos. Jim told me all week long, from last week to today, even this morning when he first woke up, that they didn't have school today where he's a custodian. And he says, I can go in whatever time I want. So I think I'm going to go in early so I can get home early. And I go, well, that sounds good. You want me to make dinner? And he says, no, when I'm talking early, I'm going to get home at 6 or 7 rather than 9 or 10. And I says, oh, okay. So he says, yeah, I think I'll probably go in at 11 or 12. And I said, okay. So we get home, and I put the groceries away. And I said, well, did you decide what time you're going to go in yet? He said, no, I haven't really decided. I think he fell asleep in his chair because I came back here to watch YouTube videos. And at 2 o'clock is normal time when he leaves. He comes in to say goodbye. And he said, did I say it was today the kids didn't have school, or did I say it was next Wednesday? I said, no, you said it was today. He says, oh, well, I'll be home at my normal time then since I didn't go in earlier. So no big deal. So I was putting all my stuff away, getting everything ready, and then I realized that the cheesy potatoes, getting back to the cheesy potatoes, I didn't buy the potatoes. I had the soup, and I didn't buy the cheese that goes with the potatoes. I think I have cheese in the freezer, but I'm not really sure. So I went back to Kroger's and got my potatoes and my cheese. And then I told you yesterday, I got the coupon for the free Sirius radio. This afternoon, after I got back from the grocery store, I uploaded it onto my car, and it was working perfectly. And I didn't go anywhere. I just did it in the driveway because I wanted the satellite to catch it and everything. And so then when I went to Kroger's, it wasn't working. And I'm thinking, what, it's only good for like 2 songs and that's it? Oh, well, it was free. What am I going to do? I'm not going to complain. So I went into Kroger's, did my shopping. I get back in the car, turned the car on, and there's my Sirius radio. It was working. So I don't know if it was just the signal was having a hard time catching up with it or what. But so I did that. For breakfast, that was another thing. For breakfast, I had some strawberries and blackberries and raspberries, my usual fruit overload. I had an egg, a slice of toast with a little bit of butter on it, a cup of tea and a glass of orange juice, and my banana. I have a banana every day. And I would say about half an hour, 45 minutes, maybe an hour later, oh my gosh, I had such massive stomach cramps, so bad. And I was in the bathroom for about 3 hours, off and on, not all at once, but back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. I really think that my berries had some kind of salmonella or something, even though I wash them really well before I eat them. That's the only thing I can think of, because now I'm feeling perfectly fine. Whatever it was went through my system. And I know the food hasn't gone through my system yet, but whatever it was, because I woke up perfectly fine. We went shopping, I was fine. I went to the grocery store, we went like at 10 o'clock, and I didn't eat my breakfast until it was almost 2, and it's like 5 or 6 o'clock right about now, and it was even like running to the store just to get the potatoes. I could have gone tomorrow, but I thought, I got things to do tomorrow. So with the birthday, because we're doing the birthday dinners tomorrow, I thought, no, they have a bathroom there. You can make it there and back. And I did, and I'm fine. But it was just kind of strange. It was just really kind of strange, if you ask me. But I didn't film Denise yesterday when we went for that meeting. Oh my gosh. oh my gosh, so overwhelming. Now, I don't know exactly anything that's going on anyhow. Denise has been dealing with this for Kylie since she turned 18. Like between getting her Social Security disability and getting her on Medicaid and getting this, like a worker. It's not anything you can do in one day. It's just, the bureaucracy of it is just ridiculous. It's just so ridiculous. And then when they were going through all the different options of, like, there's group homes, there's group apartments, there's group houses, there's Section 8. It was like, and she was just, and at one point all I was hearing was, wow, 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 because I was trying to take notes for, like, to cover things in case Denise didn't, pick something up, and I thought, I am so lost, because it's like you got to go through this hoop, and then once you're through that hoop, then you got to go through that hoop, and then once you're over that hoop, then you got to jump over that hurdle, and then once you get over that hurdle, you got to come back to the original hoop, and it was like, it's just, and even the person that was doing the presentation, she was exasperated explaining it, how ridiculous it is. But like she said, I only work for the government. I don't make the rules. I got to follow the rules the way they say them. But they sure don't make it easy. That's for sure. They sure don't make it easy. And then the hardest part about it all is, since COVID, they can't get people to work, and they can't pay them enough because McDonald's and all them places are paying them so much more than anything, than anybody else. So why would you want to go there where you're really going to work? Let's face it, like if you're in an assisted living or a group home or something like that, you're really working. Not that you're not working at McDonald's. I don't want to say that but you know what I mean. It's a different kind of work, but you're still working. But they can't get any money passed. So in Michigan, they're trying to pass, it's in the legislation right now, and the agencies had asked for an increase of $2.50 per person, as far as the aid and stuff like that, how they figure out how much money that they need to get, like, aid for a person. So they figure $2.50 a person more than they're getting right now. And in Michigan, our representatives have agreed to $1.85 increase, and the House of Representatives, or the Senate, has only agreed on a 73 cents. So, and I'm thinking, how much money are all of these representatives making, whether it's with the speaking engagement or just the job that they're doing, that they're getting paid for that, or just the perks that they have for being like a representative of the state, that, but for the least of your people and the least of my brothers, at least do the least a little bit you can do is like $2.50. I just think it's just ridiculous that they can't come up with that amount of money. It's just, I don't know how to balance their budget and all of that stuff, but it just seems that we have so much waste in government anyhow. It just, there's got to be a way. There just has to be a way. And maybe it's because I've been blind to it that I haven't had to deal with any kind of things like this, because I've been very fortunate in my life that I haven't needed to go for major assistance like this. So, but anyway, so I didn't get Denise on film. I was going to film her when we got out of it, but she was like stroke level, and not really like stroke level, but it was just like, she was so overwhelmed with everything that I thought, no, you got to know when to put somebody on camera, and she just wasn't. And then on the way going, we were just talking about different stuff, and I just forgot to pull out my camera. It's just sometimes it's just nice to be in the moment and not be filming every single minute, and I sometimes that just comes over me, and as much as I know you guys like to see all my family, but sometimes it's just better just to enjoy the moment that I'm with them. So all I can do in my life is be happy with the choices that I'm making, and so far I think I'm doing pretty good with the choices I'm making. I'm doing better this week as far as my eating. I'm making better choices, and I'm just really happy. I'm just really, really happy. I'm looking forward to this weekend. Jim and I are going to Holland, Michigan for the Holland Tulip Festival. And we have a room at the Marriott, I think it is, that we're going. I think that's where it's going. But we're going to leave on Saturday morning. It's like a 3.5 hour drive to get there. And then we're going to just have, we're probably going to eat breakfast before we leave. And then just have a early dinner. And then just enjoy the day, looking at the tulips and going through the different things. I think they got some tall ships on Lake Michigan that we might go and look at some tall ships. But it's just going to be a nice little weekend. And then we're going to come home on Mother's Day. Christy's got to work. I don't know with Jimmy and Danny. They'll probably stop by sometime later in the evening. And then Christy and I'm going to take Christy out for Mother's Day dinner one day next week. Just her and I are going to go out for dinner. And that's about it, I guess. Yep, I can't think of anything else. So, okay. We're done. Like, comment, subscribe, and share. And I will talk to you guys tomorrow.